interesting about this new era, right? It's getting slammed on both sides of the aisle for different reasons, right? Which means opinion has been divided in both cultural camps, which means I think that's a normal fandom disagreeing with stuff in this like post-apocalyptic fandom that we live in now, right? I think that's exactly what this is, which is why here's the thing: they've done nothing at all to earn me trying to treat them fairly, right? They've done nothing at all to do that at all. Oh, 1 second. What's it? Did I get the lost episodes found? Is this the right article? But the fans don't want to give them up. Hang on. Oh no, they're there. This is an old one. So yeah, I went over this article about a month ago. So as I said, so it's like, to me, it seems like this is normal fan disagreement about an episode, which makes it, I think, so fundamentally different to the Jodie years, right? Which I just don't feel the character they portrayed in that Doctor Who was the Doctor in any way, shape, or form, right? I think a lot of what I've seen of Ncuti Gatwa so far is, right? And I might be wrong. Like, I may not be able to reconcile the Doctor with, like, being very gay and dancing in a club, right? I might not be able to do that. But, like, again, I find it interesting that both sides of the cultural aisle are equally divided over these specials, right? For different reasons. So let's have a look, see why the Verge is pissed off, right? Yeah, which is always fun in of itself. What are we up to? Blink. Okay, fine. So new Doctor Who debut felt like a timey-wimey slap in the face. Yeah, they are kind of mad about Ncuti not getting his props. Rusty Davis hearts are Rusty Davis hearts are in the right place. He's only one of them. But the introduction of Ncuti Gatwa with new Doctor was marked by a number of questionable decisions and racist tropes. Oh, God. Can you imagine living in a world of racist tropes all the time? Look out, it's a racist trope. Oh, fuck off. Leave me alone. Doctor Who executive producer Rusty Davis warned everyone that the 6th anniversary special episode were going to introduce some new twist to the mythology of the series that meant to set the stage for actor Ncuti Gatwa's debut as a Time Lord. Well, again, this is not the same Doctor. This is a bifurcated timeline Doctor, weirdly enough. Some of those changes, especially those specific to the Doctor's companion Nessa, have been easy to understand as Davis is updating the lore to better reflect modern sensibilities. Well, no, they haven't been easily understandable at all. Everybody looked at it and went, oh, that looks like absolute shit. Why would you do that? That's completely non-understandable. You must be a freaking moron to try and do that, right? That's how understandable it's been. Not at all. Hey, here's Davros. Where? The boring guy in the suit. Oh, that's underwhelming. We're up to better reflect the monster. But it came, when it came to the arrival of the newest Doctor, the first lead incarnation of the character to be played by a black queer man, so black, so queer. The Doctor 6th anniversary special absolutely fumbled the ball by forcing Gatwa to exist in another actor's shadow. Well, there is that. I mean, look, well, like starting off with a multi-Doctor special with the new Doctor was a bad idea. You need to establish who the Doctor is, right? And I don't think they did. Fine. The piece of spoiler: regeneration transfer the process in which the Time Lords are like the Doctor become new, drastically different versions of themselves. Have always been a fascinating part of Doctor Who mythology. Blah blah blah. The BBC convenient way of passing the man from one actor to the other. Though the Doctors usually recalls the events of their past lives, it's always been seen as distinct different people who go on to have adventures with new companions. The regular casting changes all around how the series has been able to run for 6 years. Okay. In the post-2005 revival under showrunners Davis, Moffat, and Chibnall, the regenerations have been monumental events. Here, not so much anymore, right? Honestly, unless you get a completely different showrunner in and just forget everything, right? And gave the shows a taste of what's to come while saying goodbye to the Doctor's previous face. But ever since the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker regenerated into a new form resembling the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Already in Dormers, their heads are exploding. It's been clear that something unusual has been going on inside of the Doctor, something that the Giggle, the third and final 6th anniversary special, explores in detail. Not really, in like a line at the end, he's told exposition from Shooty Gutwer and Donna Noble. After finally setting things right with Donna Noble in the Starbeast and spinning off with her in the nightmarish adventure in Wild Blue Yonder, the 14th Doctor returns to Earth in the Giggle to do battle with an updated version of classic Toymaker. Oh my God! Is this guy paid per bloody word? What the hell? In his original form, played by Batman alum Michael Gough, the Toymaker was introduced as a game-obsessed being from an unknown origins whose knack of defying the laws of physics and inventing deadly toys made him a unique threat in the universe. Yeah, no, he's great. He's very Doctor Who-y, right? Again, see, I think the Toymaker is that great soft area between fantasy and science, right? Which you really could go either way with. In the Giggle, the character returned to the small screen for the first time since its initial appearance with a manic plan to destroy the world by hiding in secret rage-induced signal that coded into every screen of the planet. Oh, yeah, it's a basic mastery plan, right? And again, very much like the silence being in the moon landing, right? Which is like, it was clever then. 10 years later, not so much, more than 10 years later, 12 years later. Ahead of the Giggle, no, 11 years later, ahead of the Giggle airing, David spoke candidly about wanting to use Harris to turn the Toymaker to address the context of the character was originally introduced in Doctor Who, depicting him as a distinctly Asian coded white man. Well, you see, there I think they're reading into it, right? Because it's called the Celestial Toymaker. So Celestial, Russell says in the commentary, yeah, Celestial used to be a slur, right? And that's where it's coming from. And it's from Doctor Who Unleashed. And the guy said, really? I did not know that. The guy said, no, neither did I. Nobody did. So why are you bringing it up? You could just call it a Celestial Toymaker and that would have been fine. Here the Toymaker is presented as an off-putting German man who can't quite keep a grip on his multiple affected accent, and the Giggle spotlight the Toymaker's protean nature in a clever way of emphasizing just how disturbed the 14th Doctor has been by the inability to fulfill inability to fully understand the process going on around his own regeneration. Whatever, fine. So, God, this is so long-winded, and it hasn't really got to a point. With the Giggle being a special episode, it really wasn't that special, in which the stakes have to be high. That's where they kind of failed. They needed more time to make the stakes higher. That really is where they failed. Toymaker's plan for world conquest is poised to work as he kills the 14th Doctor by shooting him in front of Donna and fellow companion Mel Bush, Bonnie Langford. But rather than dying from being zapped through the chest with a massive laser, the 14th Doctor is left relatively unharmed, save the odd feeling within himself that when the 14th Doctor asks Donna and Mel both to pull his arms, he begins to split into two. According to the new 15th Doctor, Shooty Gutwer, by generation, a Time Lord simultaneously regenerating into two separate selves. No, that's not what it is. That's not what Rusty Davis said it was. It was the timeline breaking into two. Essentially, David Tennant goes on and Slade gets old and dies and regenerates into Ncuti Gatwa. Or maybe another 50 Doctors before getting into Ncuti Gatwa. And Ncuti Gatwa was from again, so there's two versions now. It's just a bad idea. Right, that's what it is. Is it as a bad idea to Time of Children? No, but it's a bad idea. Right? It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever. The Watcher was much better. Well, I think in the same ballpark. I really do. Right? I really do. Where we are. So, but the 14th and 15th Doctor team up to defeat the Toymaker by playing ball. It's kind of shit. They go makes it obvious that this era of multiple contemptuous Doctors is here to stay, and while that shorted like a legion of Doctor Who fans, no, it didn't. Who have come to see Tennant as a quintessential Doctor? No, I didn't. It's impossible not to read the episode as having stolen a lot of Gatwa thunder. Yes, actually, I agree with that. Right, I do agree with that. That's why I think Church on Ruby Road looks quite exciting. Right, and I feel like he's getting a proper introduction. And again, I'll go with open mind and see what they've got to say. When Gut was first announced that the actor would be taking on the role of Dr. Von in Whittaker's 3-series long run, oh yes, the 5 and out, the 3 and out plan that they lied about, right? It felt like that BBC finally had common sense to learn more into Doctor Who's core ideas about imaginative exploration and discovery across time and space. No matter how vehemently the Doctor Who fans want to deny it, the fact that Doctor, a shape-shifting alien from a planet full of brilliant time travelers, was almost exclusively played by why would I deny it? White men until 2017, where until then it was a small-minded, racist, and sexist. What? Wait. No matter how vehemently Doctor Who fans might want to deny it, the fact that the Doctor, a shape-shifting alien from a planet full of brilliant time travelers, was exclusively played by white men until 2017 was small-minded, racist, and sexist and equal measure. You are just a shitball. No, not at all. Small-minded. I mean, how's that racist? I mean, again, 1963, you didn't have so many bloody black actors around. This guy is a real dick. Charles Pulliam Moore. And it's not woke enough for him. That's the thing. God, look at this guy. Right, it wasn't woke enough for you? Oh, my God. This guy's literally the worst. Okay, fine. So what are you complaining about now? No, it wasn't racist at all. You were just a dick. Despite there being late departed Wicker's 13th and Joe Martin's fugitive Doctor, both demonstrated the Doctor could stay true to its narrative essence, while also allowing the Doctor to better reflect the real world diversity. Again, it doesn't better reflect real world diversity, right? If you're saying that 30% of the people seeing on screen are trans, when in reality 0.3 people are trans, you're poorly reflecting reality, right? You're not effectively affecting reality, right? Oh, is that?
She's down here.
Okay, we're talking about my cat.
Yeah, I want to go upstairs to my bed.
You totally can.
I just didn't want to leave her alone upstairs.
Oh, is Mommy not home?
Mommy just got home, but I'm just letting you know she's here.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, my daughter's telling me that the cat's down here. Hello, Snowy. Come on in if you want to say hello. What are we up to? Fine. You could stay true to its narrative essence while also allowing the Doctor. Yeah, so it didn't. It failed, right? That's why people stopped watching it. It was a total failure, right? While allowing the Doctor to themselves to better reflect the real world diversity of the fandom that loves the character. Well, again, it was a total failure. Gatwa's run has seemed poised to do the same, but everything about the giggle brings the 15th into the picture. From the everything about that, but everything about the way the giggle brings 15 into the picture, from the way he's standing in his underwear while 14 remains mostly clothed, to the implication that the two doctors will seemingly coexist. They will. Makes it seem that Davis is trying to placate the contingent of fans who don't want to accept a queer black actor playing the role of the doctor. Why would we care? What, like, honestly, why would anybody care if somebody's gay who plays, like, somebody just told me in the comments today that Jeremy Brett was gay. I had no idea. Zero idea Jeremy Brett was gay, right? Zero idea. I didn't know Simon Callow was gay, right? And why would I? I'm not sleeping with them, right? I don't like, why would I care what your sexual orientation is? I care what the job you do of playing Doctor. Now, some people are uncomfortable with the Doctor being black because he's always been a white character. I hear that. That's not really my point of view. But fine, whatever. I mean, like, it's I have no problem with the skin color. So, like, there's all this projection of being terrible people, right? Everybody's not like you as a terrible person. No, you just see the world that way because you're a terrible person, right? Playing the Doctor and keeping Tennant in the mix. That is a bit of a diss to Gatwa. I mean, it really is a bit of a diss to Shooty, right? And it smacks sort of a lack of confidence, right? That's what. Yeah, it really does. It's not a good idea, right? It doesn't seem like a particularly it seems like a poor idea. Those fans vocalize their displeasure about a black Doctor in the same way people. I hope there's one person I know who wasn't happy about the Doctor being black, and I think he had a perfectly valid reason, right? Great about the idea of a black Spider-Man or a black Captain America or a black James Bond. Well, again, they aren't black, those characters. James Bond isn't black. You know, I mean, if you want to make a different character, that's fine. But that you can't... I don't know. It's like, are you going to make Othello a white person? Have Nelson Mandela played by Ben Kingsley? Right? It's just silly. Right? It is just silly. And again, this guy's got, like, this intense hatred wrapped around him. The same people who lost their minds on the side of Black April O'Neil. No, it wasn't that she was black. It was that she was fat and ugly. Right? April O'Neil was spankable. Right? That's kind of the function of April O'Neil. To be spankable. Right? Fat, ugly, and black. Yeah, no. Black was the most minor change, quite frankly. You know, but again, for somebody who can only see skin color and gender and ethnicity, I get it, right? I get it. That's the sort of person you are. Because you're a racist, right? They're all racist, really. All these people are all obsessed by race. They're all racist. I can't remember their minds when it comes to Castlevania's Nocturne's black vampires. They also, people who love Mace Windu, but hated when Finn picked up the lightsaber. Nobody hated when Finn picked up the lightsaber. They hated when they cucked Finn in the next episode and made him into, like, you know, this comedy piece of shit, right? You're fucking insane, right? I mean, you're screaming at things that aren't real. Nobody was mad about that. Point is, these fans are an unfortunate fixture in many genre fans. No, they don't exist. Right? They don't exist. You're just a knob that is looking for validation. Right? Again, this is for your own benefit. The guy who writes this, what's his name? This dude? You need to, I mean, honestly, if you didn't think you were a knob, just look at your picture, mate. You need to look at the mirror and say, I am a knob desperate for validation. Okay? Yeah, you are. Oh, hello. Cat's over here. Hello, cat. Are you going to come and say hello? No, you're exploring. He's very brave, this. She's very brave, this cat. Go and have a look over there under the table. It's a cat. I wish you could see this cat. It's so freaking cute. Maybe we'll come over in a minute. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so these facts don't exist. I'm sorry. They're just a figment of your bizarre, bonkers imagination, mate, right? And again, this is a straw man that you feel a need to be able to knock down. So you can't actually knock down anything they're really saying, right? The fans are an unfortunate mixture of genre and fandom there, and some aspects of the Google actually comment on how they... Oh, hello. Hello. Want to come up and say hello? Come here. You want to come up? Oh, come here, you. Come. Let me pick you up. Come and say hello to everyone. Hello, little kitty. There you go. I love looks. Different coloured eyes. Oh, she's a lovely little kitty. You purring yet? Give her a minute. She'll have a bit of a good purr. You're okay. I feel like I should have called a Blofeld. Right. There you go. You going off? You're not up. You're not for a bit of a like. Whoa! Don't go over there. That's a bad idea. How about over here, darling? There you go. Oh man, that's a cute cat. Unlike the writer of this article, nothing cute about him whatsoever. Where are we up to? How is it still going on? They can actually comment on how dangerous a specific brand of rage can be with the whole situation with Byron Jason plays like the Doctor who catered to fandom's less enlightened desires. Again, you see, they're being. This is how the insane other side of the aisle see things, and they hated it too, but for different reasons. Here's what's going on. We all watched a mediocre episode and we're disappointed in it, and so we're trying to work out, intellectualize why that is. Right, I think people on our side of the aisle go, oh, so woke because of this, because that. It really wasn't. It was woke because of the Starbies, right? And people on their side go, it wasn't woke enough because of that. No, it really wasn't. It was just, it was a mediocre episode, right? God, how much longer is this? Okay, nearly done. Is it missing? You can tell Davis means for it to be poignant and touching in the moments when the 15th Doctor confronts the 14 about his need to deal with emotional baggage, or when his companions express their excitement at meeting a new Doctor. But all that goodwill is immediately squandered when you have the characters who know better that from first-hand experience asking whether the Doctor comes in variety of colours. Yeah, again, that was cringe. Look, again, when you notice cringe, you notice cringe. The traffic optics of the giggle also add an unfortunate kind of magical Negro quality to 15's heart-to-heart talks with the 14th. I've never heard of a magical Negro. I mean, like, would you like a magical Negro? Well, that's the magic it does, really. Which is a consequences might be lost on Doctor Who's writers' room. Right, it doesn't have a writer's room. The two Doctors defeat the Toymater together, but the episode's real emotional climax when 15 explains to he's a product of emotional healing from 14 hasn't done yet after being Jodie because that was so awful. Right, the concept of a time traveler doing rehab out of order certainly sounds cool on the page, but within the episode itself, it frames 15 less his own person. Living himself, and that's why actually I agree with that. That's why I think the Christmas special is going to be interesting. Who ends up being a survivor of 15 Sage Wisdom? Fine. What is most concerning though? Fuck, we haven't got to the most concerning bit yet. Holy fuck, really? Is that the giggle implies that the Doctor now coexists. Seemingly, 14 joins a bunch of older companions like Donna Mel and Kate Britt Leopard Stewart as a part of a new spin-off revolving around unit Doctor's answer to sword, shield, sword, saber, whatever. As distinct as each of the 1960s special episodes have been, they each did a fantastic job digging into the reality of how, after decades of journeying with the ordinary human allies, the Doctor has left more than a few of them behind and feels a profound kind of regret about it. Oh God, I feel profound kind of regret about reading this bullshit. More news stories centering on 14 and the classic companions could create a way for David to dig deeper into aspects of the Doctor's psychology, and with David Tennant's tenure as 1014 to being so beloved by fans, it's not hard to understand why the BBC might want to keep him around indefinitely. That is very obvious, right? It is very obvious. But part of what made it possible Tennant's initial run as a Doctor to become a monster success was the time and space he was given to fully own and make the characters own. Also, he was the Doctor at the right cultural zeitgeist, right? Like people heard, oh, because it was quite good. Christopher Eccleston, yeah, it's not bad. It's like good special effects stuff. It's not stupid. I should check it out. So it already got a good buzz for its first season of being like, wow, this is quite good. Then David Tennant appears when it really hits the stratosphere, and so I think that's why he's so beloved. He was the right time, right place, essentially. Fine. The Giggle doesn't wholly preclude Gutwell's ability the same, but simply making this era he might have to share with Tennant. Doctor has already put something of disadvantage. So yeah, now I finally agree with him about something, right? Of course, we won't know until the upcoming Christmas special starts to air how Doctor will address the by generations large ramifications. They won't. I don't think they're going to address it at all. I hope not. But the 14s that will be running around and maybe getting ready to pull everyone's focus back over there. Well, again, yeah, look, if you see the ratings collapse, right? Yeah, that sounds very, very reasonable. I think there was an article about my name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.